About halfway through these now at 27. Determine the value of k so that f of x is equal to 5x is a probability density function on this interval 0 to k. So there's two things that need to happen. Is that on this interval from 0 to k, first of all, this function here has to be positive, cannot be negative anywhere. So all the probabilities have to be positive. And the total area under the curve needs to be equal to 1. So that's what we're looking for, k. And so basically the area under this curve, remember, goes from 5x dx from 0 to k. One way, if you remember from Math 210, how to integrate, we add 1 to the exponent. And I'll do this in multiple ways, but we're going to add 1 to the exponent. So that's going to be 5 tags along, x squared, and then you've got to divide by that new exponent. And then fundamental theorem of calculus says you go from 0 to k. And when you're doing that, you take k, so 5 k squared over 2 minus 5 0 squared over 2. Now this last part is just 0. 0 squared is 0 times 5 is 0 divided by 2 is 0. So this has to equal 1 for it to be a probability distribution. So we get 5k squared. Oops, I clicked ahead already. Sorry about that. So you see the answer. Equals 1 multiplied by 2. So 5k squared equals 2, then divide by 5. K squared equals 2/5. Square root of both sides. So k equals the square root of 2/5. Now, if you forgot how to integrate, what you would do, pull up our calculator, do this either way, even if you remembered. I'm going to clear this out. We're going to go to y equals. We're going to graph the function 5x. And notice I've got this one stored in there, but I've got it turned off. So it's not going to graph just this part here. 5x is going to graph 0 to k. So again, I try to think of what my window is. Go to the window. 0 to 10, I think that's probably big enough. I don't, if I went out to 10, yeah, I think that's going to be more than 1 on the integration. This is all going to work. Got a big wind come through, but we're okay. And then what I want to do, so, it's kind of like a triangle. So base times height, 1/2 the base times the height, if I thought of this triangle. And what is the height of this triangle? This is 5x, right? So I could think of this in terms of geometry. There's another way to kind of get there. The triangle, the area of the triangle is going to be, the area of the triangle, let me switch colors here. It's going to be base times height over 2. Let's see where that 2 comes from now. The base is x, right? Here's this triangle. This is x, whatever x is. This, the height here, goes up to this curve, which is 5x. So that's the y value is 5x. So it's x times 5x over 2, which gave us our 5x squared over 2. And what is x? X is this upper limit k, right? It's how far out do we need to go so that this area here equals 1. So we would have kind of went through the same process there. Um, Using the technology, you can kind of do a guess and check. Um, Second calc, we're going to go with the lower limit of 0, enter, and then maybe an upper limit of 2. Let's just try that. We see, oh, 10, way too much area. Okay, so it's not an easy way. Well, I'll show you an easy way. We certainly don't need to go to 10, so let's just go to 5. And this will cause the graph to redraw, so the shading's gone. Let's try second calc, going from 0 to 1. Lower limit of 0, upper limit of 1. Does that work? Nope, that's still too much. Go to the window. Let's make this 4. It just gets it to redraw. So you can get close to it, sort of just a guess and check. And most of the time, again, if it's a multiple choice, you can plug in answers from the multiple choice. Let's go with a 0, and we'll see what's our upper limit. If we put square root of 2/5, I might go, oh, let's try 0.75. Where are we? Getting closer, not quite there. So you can kind of sneak up on it. If the question asks you to round, this method will get you close enough. Okay, so that'll do it. But also use your geometry, review a little bit. But this is one question. That's the way to do it. Right. Oh, I guess I should, since we do know the answer, what I would put in here. Let's do one more time. Sorry for this. Oh, you could always jump out of here anytime you want, right? So if you're still here, this must be important. So we go second calc. We're going to put a lower limit of 0 and an upper limit of square root of 2 divided by 5. And you're going to see this will give us exactly 1. So then in our multiple choice, as I do this, I check it. That's the one. That's the answer I want to keep. All right.